Good morning, students. Good morning. How are you? Fine. Okay. Students, once again with you, our today's topic will be hydronium ion. In my previous class, I told you about the Arrhenius concept of acid and base. Students, we saw there acids are all those substances which, when dissolved in water, produce hydrogen ion. And bases are all those substances which, on dissolving in water, produce hydroxyl ion or hydroxide ion, according to Arrhenius. Students, it means acids have replaceable hydrogens, and that's why when acids are taken into water, it replaces its hydrogen ion in water. So students, keep in mind, acids are those substances which have replaceable hydrogens. Students, now let me say about the hydronium ion. Students, hydrogen ion of acid does not exist as H plus in solution. Why not exist as H plus in oxygen? This is because that H ion has high charge density. So due to high charge density, that hydrogen ion of acid in solution in water does not exist singly. On the other hand, that hydrogen ion of acid combines with undissociated water molecules and form H3O plus ion, which is known as hydronium ion or hydronium ion. Students, hydronium ion is nothing. It is hydrogen ion. But as hydrogen ion does not exist singly, so it comes in association with undissociated water molecules of that solution and associate to form H3O plus ion, which is read as hydronium ion. So students, keep in mind, hydronium ion is a hydrogen ion. As it does not exist singly, so it comes in association with undissociated water molecules and form hydronium ion. Okay? So students, now the reaction, how can you represent? Let me write here. Take one example, HCl. According to Arrhenius, this is an acid. Okay? Why acid? Because this HCl in water produces hydrogen ion. Now reaction, how can you write HCl plus H2O, and the product will be H3O plus Cl minus. This is the correct representation of reaction. In my previous class, I wrote here H plus ion, but hereby I am writing H3O plus. This is because at that time concept of hydronium ion I did not take, and that's why I wrote there H plus. But today, as I am telling you about the hydronium ion, so correct way of representing this chemical reaction will be like this: HCl plus H2O, H3O plus Cl minus. Okay, so this is hydrogen ion, read as hydronium ion. Students, you might have studied water is a weak electrolyte. What does it mean? It means in water, some of the water molecules are ionized and most of the water molecules are not ionized. So students, those water molecules which are not ionized, that is read as undissociated water molecules. And from that undissociated water molecules, H ion of an acid joins together and form H3O plus, which is known as hydronium ion or read as hydronium ion. Okay? Now, students, today I am going to talk about the classification of acids and bases. Classification of acids. Classification of acids and bases. Students, acids and bases are classified on the several ways, but some of those are important for us to know here, to study here. So first classification you can see monobasic acid. Monobasic acids. Students, monobasic acid, on what basis this classification has been made? So this classification of acid has been made on the basis of replaceable hydrogens in that acid. Students, you might have seen in some of the acids there are one replaceable hydrogen, in some of them have two replaceable hydrogen, in some of them have three replaceable hydrogen atoms. So on the basis of replaceable hydrogen atoms, an acid is classified as monobasic acid, dibasic acid, tribasic acid. So students, hereby monobasic acid, what does it mean? Acids which have one replaceable hydrogen. So you keep in mind monobasic acids are those acids which have one replaceable hydrogen. For example, HCl. HCl is a monobasic acid. Why? Because this HCl contains only one replaceable hydrogen, and that replaceable hydrogen joins with undissociated water molecule to form H3O plus and Cl minus. So only one replaceable hydrogen. So HCl is a monobasic acid. Okay? In the similar way, second classification is dibasic acid. Dibasic acids. Dibasic acids contain two replaceable hydrogens. For example, H2SO4, sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid contains two replaceable hydrogens. So it is example of dibasic acid, and you can show the reaction of H2SO4 in water like this. 2H3O plus SO4 2 minus. So dibasic acid, two replaceable hydrogens, right? In the similar way, tribasic acids contain three replaceable hydrogens. Three replaceable hydrogens. In example, you can say phosphoric acid H3PO4. This is read as phosphoric acid. You can see here there are three replaceable hydrogens. So students, on the basis of replaceable hydrogens, an acid is classified as monobasic acid, dibasic acid, tribasic acid. In the similar way, bases are also classified in this way. Bases: monoacidic base, diacidic base, triacidic base. So you can see here classification of bases. Number 1, monoacidic base. This base contains one replaceable hydroxyl ion, one replaceable hydroxide ion. So you can write here contain one replaceable hydroxide or hydroxyl group. For example, NaOH, it has one replaceable hydroxide ion, so it is monoacidic base. In the similar way, diacidic base, it contains two replaceable hydroxide or hydroxyl group. Example, you can write here CaOH for 2, calcium hydroxide. You can see here it contains two replaceable hydroxide ion, so it is diacidic base. In the similar way, triacidic base. Triacidic base contains three replaceable hydroxyl groups. For example, aluminium hydroxide. You can see here in aluminium hydroxide there are three replaceable hydroxyl groups. So aluminium hydroxide is a triacidic base. So students, on the basis of replaceable hydroxyl or hydrogen, an acid and a base is classified in this way. Okay, and there are also some another classification of acid and base, but not today. For today, that's all. Keep in mind, revise it, and also go through the NCERT book. Thank you. Till then, bye.